Hi everybody! Notice anything that's there or not there? Anyone? Yes, I did chop my hair off. I've been thinking about it for a while and I absolutely love it. I think it's super cute. It makes it feel really healthy and chic. It's in my latest vlog along with some wedding preparations, so if you're interested I'll link it in the card for you guys. And I can still get it into the hairdo I was planning for my wedding. So I'm excited. So anyway, today I want to talk to you guys about dealing with criticism and corrections. A lot of you, dancer or not, struggle with people correcting you, people criticizing you. How do you handle that? Because if you want to be a professional dancer, you are going to have to learn how to take both corrections and criticism, because otherwise you will be a miserable, miserable dancer. It happens daily, whether you're a ballet dancer or not. In order to improve in your craft, you have to be corrected. So that brings me to my first point, and this is something I actually discussed in my latest podcast episode, which I will link below for you guys. I want you to start reframing the word correction into the phrase, a correction is a piece of information. A lot of dancers say, oh, I don't like getting corrected in class, and I feel really self-conscious, and and I just get so many corrections. Reframe your brain. A correction is a piece of information. The teacher is telling you that for your benefit. They're trying to make your life easier. They're trying to make you a better dancer. They're not against you. Teachers correct you because they want you to improve. They want you to do well. So it's not that they're, saying you're an awful dancer. They're giving you information on how to improve your dancing, on how to improve your technique, your form, your turn. Don't you want to turn better? You know what I mean? And I think the thing about dancers is in our heads, we kind of get a little defensive and, oh, my turns are fine, But corrections are pieces of information. So if you start to relabel that in your head, I'm telling you, you will improve drastically, dancer or not. Anytime anybody corrects you, anytime anybody offers you advice, why don't you da-da-da-da, or on your turn, your shoulders are up, put them down. They're not criticizing, they're giving you information. Don't you want to know if your shoulders are up in a turn? Know what I mean? Reframe your brain and it will help your dancing a lot. Because like I said, as a professional dancer, you are going to be rehearsing ballets, you're going to be coached on them, every little thing, they're going to nitpick to death. So if you don't learn how to take that well, you're going to be one very frustrated dancer. I remember rehearsing Sleeping Beauty Wedding Pas de Deux for the very first time. Tyler Angle and I are standing there, and you start off the pas de deux just by walking forward. Just, he takes your hand, and you walk forward and you stand in B+. And I remember in one of the very first rehearsals, we'd walk forward and the ballet master went, nope, stop, go back. We hadn't done anything. And he was just nitpicking how we walked, how I took Tyler's hand, how I placed my feet. It wasn't, saying I was a terrible dancer. He was just trying to make us look as good as we possibly can. In my head, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, we've walked forward. So I went home and told my mom, blah, 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 blah. We didn't even do anything. But she said, on the stage, you guys looked like you had been perfected and coached within an inch of your life. It was absolutely beautiful. Every little detail. And yet, if he hadn't told us that information, we wouldn't have known. We wouldn't have been able to fix it, So start viewing it as that. If a teacher gives you a lot of corrections, it probably means they like you. At least when I'm teaching, when I correct somebody, it's because I know they can improve. If I don't think you can improve, if I just think you're not going to do anything, or you're not listening, or I don't believe in you, most teachers don't bother. So if a teacher corrects you, it's because they think you can apply that correction. They think you can apply that piece of information. See what I mean? If I see somebody who's really good, yet in their turn, their knee's a little bit turned in, I'm going to say, ooh, on your pirouette, turn that knee out, because I know you can make it even better. It's not because it's bad, it's because you can make it better. So start thinking of it like that. Start thinking, okay, my teacher is correcting me because they're giving me information, because they know I can do better, and they're trying to help me. They're trying to make my life easier on stage. Going back to Tyler and I rehearsing Sleeping Beauty, Sean, our coach, coached us like that just to make our lives easy, so all we had to do was go out there and enjoy. You fix the details now, so when you're on the stage, you don't have to think about them. And that's the point of it. Criticism is a little bit different because criticism comes in all kinds of ways. You might have a teacher go, no, that wasn't good. Or, no, you look really bad doing such and such. Or, worst kinds of criticism I've seen happen before is when you've been rehearsing something and they take you out of the part. Or, you're not ready to do this. Or you're just not simply good enough for this part. I've seen it happen. That's going to be harder. The way to look at criticism, like, that wasn't good, is kind of in the same way. Don't you want to know if that didn't look good instead of embarrassing yourself later? This is kind of like what we talked about in the understudies and cast list video. Sometimes not being cast is better than being miscast. Oftentimes they would rather you not go out there and embarrass yourself than just give you something and have you not do a good job and that ruin your career later. You know what I mean? So criticism, if somebody takes you out of a part, if somebody says, no, that wasn't good, you're not ready for this, they're trying to actually backwardsly help you because they don't want you to go out there and make a fool of yourself or embarrass yourself, quite frankly. You are going to deal with teachers who are just plain old mean and nothing is ever good enough and, oh, it's never right. She tells me I'm bad. I had a teacher at SAB who would just come up to me sometimes and go, and she'd go at everybody like this and go, no, that's not right, and walk away, and you're like, okay, what do I do now? So know you're going to have teachers like that, and if you have a teacher that constantly criticizes, it's probably not you. Look around the room. Are they criticizing everybody? Are they mean to everybody? Then they're just like that. No, nothing's ever going to be good enough for them. They're never going to be happy. So with those kind of people, it's best just to say, all right, so-and-so is teaching class today. They're always critical to me, to everyone. I'm just going to do the best I can and just kind of deal with it. However, the key also is to kind of get a correction, get a piece of information out of what they're saying. So if they say, oh, no, that wasn't good. Think about it. Okay, was my turn not good? Maybe I need to work on my shoulders. Maybe I need to work on my arms. Kind of dissect it. And as a young dancer, it's so difficult to deal with critical teachers. You know what I mean? It's so hard to see these young kids just go in and have people tell them they're not good, not right. Maybe if you're doing ballet competitions and you get bad feedback, it's so hard to deal with. But if you want to be a professional, know that it's going to happen. You are going to be criticized. No matter who you are, you're always going to be told that you are not good enough, quite frankly. So the key is having a good head about it and knowing that, okay, it might just be their personality, it might just be the teacher, or maybe I can take a piece of information, a correction out of this. You know what I mean? So try and, instead of getting all emotional in the moment, take a step back. Are they criticizing everybody else? Okay, must not be me, Or if a teacher or ballet master takes you out of something, no, it's probably for your own good and they're not just being mean to you. They don't want you to embarrass yourself. They don't want you to get hurt. So try and see it from their point of view and kind of take your head out of it a little bit, but also see if you can get a correction out of it. And the way to look at all of this is just because a teacher is correcting you doesn't mean they are criticizing. They are giving you information. They are trying to help you. And once you can get your head around that, I'm telling you, you guys, you will improve faster than you know what to do because you'll start taking everybody's correction. She told so-and-so over there to work on her shoulders. All right, that's information about shoulders. Are my shoulders up? I don't know. Let me work on that. It's the dancers who get defensive and frustrated and put on a show and, nothing's right. That's hindering yourself. Don't be one of those people. Take the information and move on. Take the information and apply it. And that will improve your dancing twofold. And all of this applies whether you're a dancer or not. If you are a doctor, a lawyer, a college student, if a teacher gives you your paper back and says, you need to work on this, this, and this, and this, they're trying to help you make it better so you can get a better grade. So it looks better to the law school you're applying for or on your final GPA, you know what I mean? So remember, correction equals information. And if you have a teacher that's very critical, are they just correcting you? Are they criticizing everybody else? Kind of take your head out of it. And don't be one of those people that, I'm an awful dancer and make a lot of drama and da-da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't help you. So correction equals information, and that will help you a lot. So guys, that's really it. Reframe your brain, reframe your thinking, and you will go far. It's kind of about just taking your ego out of it. Instead of being defensive and rebellious, and I'm not going to apply that, that's not going to help you. Listen to everybody else's pieces of information, and you will be fabulous, because like I said, you're going to have to deal with it. If you want to be a professional dancer, you're going to have to deal with it no matter how far you rise. So everybody gets criticized and everybody gets corrected. So if this helped you, let me know. Give it a thumbs up. I will be doing another Q&A soon. So if you have a question, please leave it in the box below. Also, I kind of threw this out on my Facebook group, but I think I might do my very first live stream video, and it's going to be a live ballet class. So you can all take for free if you're interested. We will do a full live stream ballet class right here on YouTube. I'm going to work on dates and spacing and everything, but I'd like to start doing a live stream, and I think that's a perfect way for us to do it. So a live stream ballet class. So if you're interested in that, let me know in the comments. If you missed my video on the Rose Adagio commentary, it's right there. You can click it to watch. Love you all so much. Hope you're doing great, and I'll see you on Friday.